Hey, good morning, guys. How are you? All right, let me see. I don't think I can tag everybody in here, but let's get ready together. Let's see what the fuss is all about with this cream makeup. Oh, good. Let me see. I'm not really sure. Invite members to watch. Okay, so I am inviting you all to watch. This is a new feature, and I'm not sure if I can invite everybody to watch, but I'm inviting a couple of you to watch. So hopefully that comes through. I've not seen that pop up. So you gotta love Facebook. They're always keeping us guessing and doing something different for all of us ladies that use it like this. But either way, let me show you the makeup. So you can come in and watch this at any time. So if this is later tonight at 9 o'clock and your husband's passed out on the couch and you're watching it, it's no big deal. It's going to save inside of the party. So if you're rushing to work, if you can't sit with me right now for a few minutes, do not worry. Okay. So, hey, how are you? Hi, Jenny. So I was going to say hi when you jump on. I want to let you guys know I already do have skincare on before I sat down. So that is the very first thing that I personally do. If you are interested in that, I will share that with you separate outside of the workshop. But I wanted to let you know I do have that on my face. So if you see a little bit of a shine, that's why. But my very first step with Saint is going to be this. I love to use their setting spray. I use it like a primer as well. This is how I get the most natural look with my makeup. So any of the pictures that you see, I just want you to know that this is what I'm doing underneath. So when I first got the makeup, I did not get all of these things at one time. So I'm a single mom. I was so scared to switch because it's not like you go to Target or Ulta and you just pick up a blush or pick up this or pick up that. You're kind of switching all the cream at once, and that's overwhelming. So Liza will tell you there is absolutely no pressure to ask questions or anything because I was so overwhelmed and I don't want anybody to feel like that. So I did not add this step into my routine until probably I don't know, maybe month 2. So I had been using the makeup without the setting spray and without the perfector sponge for probably 8 weeks or so. Once I added this in, I will never go back. So I always share that. So if you can afford to scoop up those 2 things, I promise you, if you want a real natural look that doesn't really look like you have makeup on, you're going to want those at some point. Okay, so here we go. You're going to send in the super scary selfie. I'm going to match you. I'm going to send you all this stuff back, and it's going to make your life so easy. This palette is all customizable, and mine is a little bit more than what you will probably get at once, and I'll walk you through all of mine as we're doing it. But you can pick out any size palette that you want, and you can put any of the highlights, contours, lip and cheeks, eyeshadows. I have my setting powder, a tile to clean the brushes, illuminators, and everything. It's kind of really super cool. Everything is magnetic, which is awesome. You can travel with it because it's not liquid. It's TSA approved, so you put it right in your carry-on. It's actually awesome for your gym bag, awesome for overnight, awesome for college kids. It doesn't matter. My 76-year-old mom and my teenager niece. So it really doesn't matter. Any age can use this makeup, okay? So I use the color correct underneath my eyes, and we haven't even talked about this. I am jumping in live inside of this party way faster than what I normally do because I normally talk about all these things. But you guys, Black Friday is coming. We don't have any time because so much of these things are on sale come Friday. So I want to make sure that you know. So underneath my eyes is actually a bluish purplish color. It's really hard to see and it is faint, but I can tell when I look in pictures. And honestly, that's what makeup is all about. It doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks, right? It's how we feel. So I like to use a color correct. I'm coming in with Mango. This is a darker highlight color. In the summer, this is actually my main color. In the winter, which I'm just going to say my skin is right now, you're going to see it goes on orange. So the colors on the website are terrible. I'm going to be the first person to tell you and call out the company. They're awful. When you get them in, you're also going to think I'm crazy. You're going to be like, she matched me with a color that is terrible. It does not work at all. I promise once it's on your skin, there is a method to my madness, okay? So I'm just throwing a little bit of this color also on any little areas that are red or I want a little extra coverage. Now, if you're in the beauty bar, You may notice sometimes I do that step and sometimes I don't. It just depends on the day, okay? So there's no right or wrong way. I am using the blend brush to basically just very gently blend this out, and you're going to already see what a huge difference just using like a very little bit amount of makeup. So you guys, this brush is going to be 40% off on Friday, and it's my favorite brush for underneath your eye. So when you're first starting, you're going to want to get like 1 or 2 brushes. If you're like Liza now, she wants more brushes. So Liza, this is really for you. But if you do know you have an under eye area or you have more mature skin, you may want a little bit softer of a brush like I do. I'm 44. And so I do have to make sure that underneath my eyes, I don't have any fine lines, or because I have wrinkles starting. I have tons of laugh lines. Like I have big old cheeks. I have tons of laugh lines. So I just really like how simple and easy this brush is to blend. Okay, so this is just like a personal preference, but anything with a silver base to it, you guys are switching over to like a gold base. So anything with a silver base is going to be 40% off. Like, this is the time to grab your brushes. So these brushes are made just for the cream. So I normally don't even jump in right away and talk about brushes, but they're 40% off. So you need to know. So these are made for the cream. And anytime somebody uses the brushes they have at home with the cream, they come back almost immediately and get a brush. It does make all the difference. So at least scoop up 1. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to still use that smudge brush. I actually prefer not to use my finger to apply, but you totally can. You can dig in no problem with your fingers and you can apply it. But this is also going to be 40% off. So it is my favorite brush to apply my cheetah hack. I do love it has 2 different sides to it. I like to use the more rounder side for this, and I'm going to dip into my contour. This is the second darkest color on the website. It's scary. It's so scary. And I was so afraid of contour when I first started. I thought everybody would see it. I was like, there's no way that brown is going to like blend in on my face. But this is how you're putting back the shadows and the definition inside of, like, not inside, but on your face, right? So we're going to chisel out cheekbones. We're going to slim our nose. We're going to reduce the size of our forehead. And we're basically going to lose 5 pounds when we take a selfie, because this is like Spanx for your face. It's so easy. And I give you this color when you reach out for your color match. So you don't have to stress. So the reason why it's a little bit darker than what you may think is because it actually matches a lot of different things. It could be your skin and it can be your hair, but you can also have different colors. So if you're one of the ladies in here that uses and loves this makeup, you may want a softer one for winter. You may want a bolder one for night out. I actually love to mix and match. I like to put ash and henna together, henna and olive together. It's actually a lot of fun. So with the highlights being 15% off this week, it might be a lot of fun to go ahead and like scoop up some different colors, you know, like, so that was another reason why I wanted to make sure I jumped in here and I was like, hey, all of these things are on sale. I've never seen them put any of the highlights on sale. So it's really exciting. Okay, I'm going to come into my brightest color next. So again, you're going to be matched with these colors. So you don't need to necessarily worry so much about the color. What you're looking at right now is you're watching me basically apply it in real time, but I'm being chatty. But you saw me do the video where I can do this in 3 minutes or less. About 5 minutes is about what it takes me to apply my makeup when I do it this way. If I do just the brushes, it will, I don't know, it's like 8 minutes. It's really, really quick. So you guys, it's such fast makeup. You'll see me pop it on some couple different areas. It's kind of fun to be able to give your eye like a little bit of a lift. You can really drag it down the side of your nose to kind of like drag that out. You can give your eyebrow a lift by putting a little bit of a bright color. It's kind of just like a play. It's like painting. Think of it like painting. And I'm going to teach you all of this. I send you a video. We walk it through. Minimal chit chat, and I'm like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put all these colors together. So we're going to come through. I'm going to use a lip and cheek color. This is Sandstone. It's one of my favorites. It really comes up great on camera to show you this. I just want you to see that you can pop that on as well. We can also pop a little bit of our bronzer on at the same time. I do like to come back and add that step in at the end, but I want you to know that you can go ahead and you can add that step in as well. And then we're going to come through, and everywhere there's not another dot, we're going to put our main color. So again, you don't need to worry about what your main color is because I'll share that for you. And I break all that down, and you're just dotting the rest over. So you're going to have all these crazy dots all over your face. This overwhelmed me. So I actually grew up doing like commercials and pageants and dancing and all kind of stuff like that. So at 4 years old, I sat in a makeup chair. So I think nothing of applying my makeup with sponges and brushes and stuff. For me, this was overwhelming. I was like, you want me to dot all that stuff all over my face and you're going to just expect it to blend magically. So this I had to teach myself. So this may be overwhelming to you. This may look exciting to you. But I promise you that you get me the whole time. It's not like when you go to a store and you come home and you open up all this stuff and you're like, now what? You get me. I call myself like your beauty BFF. So do not worry. I make sure that you are all set every step of the way. You can reach out to me. You'll have my number so you can text me. You can reach out to me on Facebook anytime. So please do not hesitate because I sat and watched for months. And then I got my color match. And then I was like, I don't even know what to do with this. So the way that I color match people now is a way that I send it all to you. I build your palette. I send you the link. You basically can add the whole thing to your cart and then you can decide if you want to add or take away anything. It just makes all of that stress that I felt go away. Okay. So I'm just taking, this is the 3D brush. So again, if you get the one with the silver bottom, this is a gold base, but if you get the one with the silver one, you're going to get 40% off, which is super exciting. And I think all the gold ones are like 20% off. So they're going to go quick because I think it gets released at like midnight, right? So they're going to go fast because it's like all over the world. Plus there's like 28,000 ladies that do what I do. So everybody's going to be scooping up for stash, you know, their stash or reorders or stuff. So keep in mind the gold ones. I think they're putting the gold ones on sale for 20% off. I'm going to post all of that today too. Can you see how it just blended? It like never gets old. It never gets old. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll break this side down for you. So we're going to take, and you're going to notice I'm taking the light and the dark. I'm mixing with the contour. I'm not stopping. I'm not cleaning off my brush in between. That was wild to me. When I was watching, I was like, this lady has to be photoshopping somehow. There's just no way. Like her skin just looks perfect. She has to Photoshop her pictures. You guys know it's just this makeup. It's so good. It's like walking around with a filter and it will hold up to your lifestyle. So like back of the motorcycle, no problem. I could be out on the back of the motorcycle for 8 hours, 10 hours, and my makeup still looks great at the end of the day. I can be on a baseball field. I've got kids and I am busy and I could be on that baseball field from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I come home in like 90-degree heat and my makeup looks better than when I left. It warms up to your skin and it moves with your skin so you can touch it. It's just like awesome. Like it's awesome. Like your face looks better at night when you come, like sometimes I don't even want to wash it off at the end of the night. So I will actually there's a link. So take that picture and there's actually a whole color matching website that I created and it makes the color matching process like so seamless for you. So if you scroll back in the party, there's actually a link there and you can just go ahead and it takes 2 seconds and you put your picture in there and then I'll send you the whole breakdown. And it walks you through and it reminds you about the setting spray and the sponges and all of that stuff. So speaking of which, I am so excited too. You're going to love this makeup. Like I'm 3 years in and I'm just as giddy about it. And I think this is why it's when somebody new tries it because it was such a game changer moment for me. And I used way too much my first like 3 or 4 times. I was like swiping in the makeup. Nobody was like, just tap. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing. So all my videos, all my YouTube tutorials, the beauty bar, I'm constantly sharing tips and tricks. And that's what I mean. Like, you get me, where I'm like, okay, so swipe or no swiping. We're going to tap in. We're going to use a little amount of makeup so it lasts forever. And the cool part is, so if you're in the beauty bar, one of my tips today is reminding everybody you can melt your tins down. So you put them on a frying pan and you like, see how I'm down to 10? You melt all the product from the side and it flattens it out again. So like, I order my bronzer once a year. It's like $16 and I order that once a year, and no more cakey, dark powder, anything like this. It doesn't break on you. It's just so awesome, actually. It's so awesome. And then I went to the Dominican and I had all my makeup. I had everything with me. I didn't have to check anything. Like, it was so great. Okay, are you ready for this? So here's my sponge that we started with. I have not resprayed it, and I do dampen it. So you want to put it underneath the water and then fill it up and rinse it out a bunch of times. You don't want to use a perfector sponge dry. Well, you can do whatever you want. This is my trick to you. And then when you spray it with the setting spray, when you go back, you see how natural my face looks? Like, you don't have to do anything else. We're not going to. We're going to do more, but you don't have to do anything else. Like, this looks like I have nothing on my face. And I have all those dots. It's crazy to me. And the cool part is ours has this little edge to it. So you can really go like this, like up and underneath my eyes. I kind of did it quick, but you can really go up and around your eyes, around your nose, around your mouth. Those are the areas that you're going to see the caking first. Fine lines and wrinkles. Maybe that's the part where you would like touch the most. So those are the areas that I know I, in some way, shape, or form, want a little bit more extra. And with the heat on in your house, you may need to spray it one more time, and that's fine. This lasts forever, like at least 2 months or so. I use my makeup every day. Sometimes I'm on camera twice a day. So I'm not the best judge of how long things last. I go through it a little bit more because I'm inside parties like this, right? So if I can't always do my makeup before work, I'm doing my makeup like, in addition. So I kind of go through stuff a little faster than like what you would. Okay, so I know I already have bronzer on. We could be done, but I want to show you this brush. If there's a second brush that you get, it's this one. Okay, so let me show you. This is that 3D brush. It has that angled side. It's perfect for underneath your eyes. I did not go slow enough to talk about this. This is the one you want to start with. This is the second one you want. If you scoop it up in the bundle with the bronzer, you're going to save $10. So basically, you get the bronzer for $6, but this big fluffy side is going to be awesome. So I'm going to tap into my bronzer, right? So I'm barely using anything. And this is what I'm going to use to make sure that my makeup always matches whatever I'm wearing. So if you're wearing something low cut, your neck is not tan. It never gets tan. It doesn't matter what you do. You could lay out at the beach like this and it's just never going to happen. So this bronzer is sheer. It's called Bella. It's my BFF. And I use it year round. I use it a lot in the summer, obviously, but I use it all winter too, because it's going to give you like this warmth. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit more on my cheeks so you can kind of see. I use it like a blush all the time. Sometimes I don't even put blush on top of it. Sometimes I just use this, and I'm just hitting up these high points on my face. But this brush is just made for it. So it's made for the cream, but it's just got this big sweepy sort of emotion to it where I like to just kind of like, can you see that just like added more? Like, so good. The other side is for your blush. So if you really want to come in and kind of like, and after I do my eye makeup, I always kind of like, I need more blush. So I kind of just take it, and again, it's made for the cream. So it just like blends right in with everything. It doesn't push the product around. It actually like blends into your skin. And I think that's why you don't see it like sitting on your face the same way like traditional foundation or anything like that. So great. Now, if you want like a little bit more of a pop, go back with that very first brush. That was that like blend brush. And again, this is like so much more than I ever show right away. So if you're like overwhelmed, I'm so sorry, but you guys, these brushes are on sale. So this is the time to scoop them up. I've never seen them do this. So if you are like going out on date night and you're like, I just want more of a pop, or you're doing pictures, or I don't know, it could be like a random Tuesday. I love makeup and I love to play. So you can come back through and just really give your face this like model worthy, you know, like the people in the catalogs, and you're like, wow, why is everything like popping underneath their face? And that's why. So it's buildable, which is awesome. I also like to use the vanilla dusting powder, and this will just set your makeup even more, but it also gives it like a little bit of like a matte finish, and you could really see that underneath my eyes. And it just starts to really define my nose. Can you see what happened just by adding a little bit of brightener with this brush afterwards? The brushes are so fun. So like I said, the dots overwhelmed me, but I still use the dots. I kind of use it as a base, and then I just build, and I kind of just like build up from there. So I'm going to talk about more of the brushes. I want to talk to you about the detail brush for contouring, but we're going to keep this like semi-simple for today. But this I use to line my eyebrows. So I want you to see my eyebrows are not bad. I did over pluck. Didn't everybody 20 years ago, right? I did over pluck. So I actually use my contour to fill in my brows. So I want you to see I'm using this line brush. This is also from Saint, and it's like angled. And I'm trying to talk somewhat fast, so that way this is not like such a long live. But I'm just using, this is Astoria that I use for my eyebrows. And you guys, I love it to just define my eyebrows. So I just use a little tiny bit. It kind of acts like a wax-ish in a way, where it like tames the brows like as I go. And so you can use like a brow gel on top of it. You can use the brow wax. Saint has a brow wax. It's really great. It's just, I don't know, sometimes I just don't want to do an extra step in the morning, right? So, but can you see the difference? I'm like such a fan. I'm always like, oh, fill in your brows, right? Because it just like frames your face out a little different. And it doesn't need to be a lot. It doesn't need to be crazy. I know some girls are crazy with their eyebrows. I don't have time for that. I don't have the patience for that. And honestly, I think I'm too OCD with them having to be perfect. And my eyebrows are already not perfect. I have one that's higher than another. So I think it would stress me out if I was like painting them on. So I just like to use this. It's just enough. I just kind of like fill it in, team them. I love the brush. Again, this one's from Saint. They're all two-sided. So you like, it's so easy because you just get two brushes with everything you do. Okay, this is also on sale. This is the illuminator. You need this. You can pick any color. This is Angel. We have a bunch of them. I'm going to use Nova today because I'm like wearing brown, and I used it the other day, and I'm like, why am I not using this every day? It's so good. So I'm going to put a little bit right on the tip of my nose. Wait till you see how just like it's so warm. Now again, you can use the brush here, and you can come in and go right over the top as well. I like to use the shape brush too. So if you're inside the beauty bar, you might be like, wait, she doesn't use that brush for the illuminator. You're right, I don't. I use this one. Actually, I use this one. This is the artist version, but it's the same brush. This is the shape brush. I love to use this for my bronzer, and I love to use this for lip and cheek and illuminators. But I don't want you to think I'm a used car salesman and I'm trying to sell you all the brushes. I'm just fully warning you, I'm obsessed with the brushes. Okay, so that's it. So that's my disclosure. So I don't want to be like a car salesman. Okay, can you see? I hope you can really see what this does. It's so good. It's so good. So take it, put it on your cheeks, put it down your nose, put it underneath your brow. It's like such a pretty color. So all of the illuminators, you can see there's just a hint of it. All the illuminators have like, this is rose gold. They all have like just, you can see it barely, oh, there it is, right? And then there's pearl, there's glow, there's some that are darker, which is way fun. Honey, which is like warmer. You guys, all the illuminators are going to be on sale, and I love them all. And I switch. This is Angel. She's in my go-to palette. I wear her all the time. You can see there's just a hint of it. So there's like a hint of color to them, and they're just so fun to like mix and match and put over any of the colors. Put them on your lips. If you're wearing a shirt, like put it on your collarbone. It's really, really pretty. There's even ones that have scent to them, and it's like a little bit of perfume, which is, I can't show you those online, but you can get them, and I'm trying to see, I think I have them right here in front of me. You can get them, and they look just like this, which is so great. So it's just the rose gold illuminator, but they have different scents. So you can put it behind your ear, put it like right here, put it behind your knees, like anywhere, and it just kind of like has this fragrance to it. They're really pretty. So you can read all the description of those scents as well. So anyway, I don't want to be on here like so super long, but let's just do an eye look really quick. And again, this like so many lives in one. So if you're just watching and I'm overwhelming you, I'm so super sorry. But like I said, the sale is coming. So don't order today. Don't order tomorrow. I'm going to be posting a bunch of things. I want you guys to see some of the color correcting stuff. I'm going to kind of pop around. Like I said, I'm coming in hot this week for Liza. And normally I would stretch these out so it's not so spammy and overwhelming. But you guys need to know because like you got to be ready for Friday. So kind of like Jenny, get your color match in, and that way you're ready to go and you know your colors, and then you can decide. And if you're not ready, well, then you're not ready. That's fine too. Like doesn't mean just because you put your match in that you have to order right away. But if you're wanting to grab up that sale, I'm just using the eyeshadow brush. I'm using Saints eyeshadows. They're the best. They are my favorite. They're so buttery smooth, but they last. I don't know about you guys, but my old routine, my old eyeshadows, they would cake. It was so frustrating. I'm an eyeshadow girl. And I would go to work and it would be like noon and I'd be picking it out of, especially as I got older, right? Especially like as you go into your 40s and you're like, what is happening? And I'd be caking it, like pulling it out of like, it'd be caking in there. These don't do that. So there's a couple of secrets. The vanilla dusting powder is one of them. Use that as your base. That's what I put on first. So not only did I use that to set my makeup, I also use that to like almost prime my eyes. And you can see I just used the vanilla dust. These are all magnetic too, but the brush will not let them cake. So that's what I want to let you know. Again, these will be on sale, but I did not get a brush right away because I told you I pieced my stuff together and I was like, why are my eyeshadows caking, right? And it was like making a mess on my vanity. And that was just like a no-go for me. I was like, no, I don't want to mess all over my vanity. So the brush definitely will reduce that and will make that non-existent because it's made for the eyeshadows. So again, normally I wouldn't be jumping on even showing eyeshadows yet, but because the brushes are all going to be 40% off Friday, I'm like, you have to see that. So if you're interested in eyeshadows, let me know. I'll put some teasers out. I'll put some combos out. Again, it's like super fast. I normally don't share those, but again, I just want you guys to be able to have that because as you're ordering, you're going to want some eyeshadows. They're so good. And the shimmers you can put on with your finger to get more of a shimmery look. You can put them on with the brush to be a little bit softer. You can go back and you can layer them. This is just called Crush. And you guys, these are just all my go-to ones. It's just a very simple go-to look. And that's it. And I'm just like switching back and forth. And then, hang on. So you can use a towel. You can use one of these tiles. That's what these are for. So don't feel like you have to get a tile, but the tiles are great. They go right inside your palette, but you can use any towel. This is the microfiber towel. All the skincare is going to be 15% off too. So if you are interested in the skincare, everything from Saint will be 15% off. So I'm just going to go into Drift and I'm just going to do this really quick. I'm going to put this on the inner side of my eye. This is a little trick to make your eyes more awake. So I put the darker color on the outside, brighter color on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and touch this area right here, right underneath the high point. So remember I put my brightener color there. And then I put the illuminator there. Now I'm going back over it with the brighter color. And I just take the fluffy side and just basically marry it all together. Really focus this way. I do have a hooded eye, so I tend to go up a little bit higher. I just go into this was basic, my lightest color. You always go lighter to blend. It's like a little secret. And then I'm going to come underneath here and go lighter. And I dipped in darker by accident. Again, you go lighter to blend. So I put a little bit of Philly on and then I took the basic and I'm just blending it. And then I'm going to take the light color like that. And just basically blend it. And there you go. You pop on your mascara. Done. Okay, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. I'm going to pop my mascara on. I'm going to post after pictures, and then I'm going to hit you guys up with a bunch of stuff today. Okay, so I'm going to let you know all of the Black Friday specials over the next couple of days. So between today, Wednesday, and Thursday, you're going to be all set and ready to go. Get your selfies in, find out your colors, then you're set. And then you can decide what you want to do from there. Today, I'm going to share stuff about color correcting. I want you to see some different things underneath your eyes if you're trying to cover acne for your teenager, for yourself. I mean, like, acne is a pain in the neck. Like, I don't know what happens when you start going through menopause, but let me tell you, it is just not fun. It is something I've been struggling with for a few years. I started going through it early, and it's just frustrating, and I've been able to sort of maintain that. The products are so clean. There's not a lot in them. So your face can breathe. You can touch it. It's just awesome. So anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for everybody that pops on and watches this, whether you're with me this morning or whether you're watching it tonight while your husband's snoring on the couch. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, there's never any pressure to ask questions, so please don't think that. Liza will tell you that is just not my jam. Come on into the beauty bar, see as much stuff as you can, so that way you can make the decision, because this is a sale you're not going to want to miss. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.